Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to install a new suspension front and back on your second gen Tacoma. Let's go ahead, let's jump into it. Alright, first thing we got to do is take the tire off. Before we go jacking it up, we're going to loosen up the lug nuts, then take the tire off. We're going to go ahead, loosen this bad boy up. That just makes sure we don't mess around with this. Move this to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and get the cotter pin removed from this nut here and remove that nut. Now this can be maneuvered. That's out of the way. We can push the knuckle out of the way. So two things: loosen up your upper control arm bolt right there. That way when you're ready to take the strut out, the shock out, you can move your upper control arm out of the way. Be careful with your lines. And your sway bar disconnect, I mentioned earlier, you can disconnect it. Makes it a little easier pulling this out, as well as getting access to your upper control arm. Look at that, your ball joint, your upper ball joint. So two things that we learned while doing this install. We ran into a snag. We had to come over to the driver's side and unlink the sway bar as well. So take a look at this. Same procedure as we were just explained. Here's our sway bar link. We disconnect that, as well as loosened up some bolts down there. I'm not sure that's necessary. And that makes it so your sway bar can get out of the way to allow the bigger bodied shock to fit in here and get installed. So to reiterate, same exact procedure. We just had to move the sway bar out of the way, which meant coming over to the driver's side and unlinking it on this side as well so that it could move out of the way. Not only with the bigger body do we have to move our upper control arm out of the way, but the sway bar had to get out of the way. From everything that I read, all the videos that I watched, they didn't have to move it out of the way, but they were replacing it with the same body shock. But I'm not. I'm going bigger. 2.5 inch shock required more finagling. So I really hope that that helps, because I ran into that snag and it was frustrating. So you're trying to get that new shock in. And honestly, if you're doing this job, you might as well replace both sides at the same time anyway. So that would allow you to move the sway bar, disconnect the sway bar, unlink it from both sides at the same time, and move it out of the way at the same time you're doing both. You live and you learn. That's why we do these videos. We're going to go ahead and get this bolt and nut loosened, and then these nuts loosened and taken off as well. So we'll go ahead, we'll start on the top. We grabbed our 14mm socket or wrench, and we're going to go ahead and loosen these guys up, and then we'll move on to that bottom bolt and nut right here. Right here, my microphone decided to stop working for a second. I'm trying to show you that go ahead and place one of the mounting nuts back onto the strut. That way, when you decide to drop it out, it doesn't go hitting you in the knee or anything like that. And then right here, I was showing you how it would look taking off the nut and bolt down here on the shock before you go ahead and drop it. Once you're sure that everything's out of the way, all the mounting bolts are taken off, the bottom nut and bolt are out of there, that shock is ready to be taken out. So same process for both of the front shocks, pretty quick, pretty easy, as long as you've made sure everything is out of the way following the procedures that I showed you guys. So let's go ahead, let's move on to the rear shock now. The rear suspension, the rear shocks, super simple, super easy. After removing your tire, there's two bolts, one on the top, one on the bottom. Once you remove the one on the top, work on removing the one on the bottom. Right here, I'm showing you with a pair of locking pliers. Make sure to hold the shock with these. That way, when you go twisting the top nut off, sometimes the shock twists and gets out of your way from loosening up the nuts. So just a little tip there for you that I was showing. As far as removing the rear shocks, that's as easy as it gets. You remove these two bolts, reinstall your hardware with the new shock, and you are good to go. I truly appreciate your guys' patience with the technical difficulties and all of the bumps that I ran into during this job. Again, I've never said that I was an expert or anything. I truly enjoy DIY projects. I'm sure you do too. It would really help me out if you would show your support down in the comments, like the video, because this was tough. I wish I could explain to you guys the frustration I had after recording everything, learning that the microphone wasn't working and the weather was just awful that day, and we were running into all sorts of issues, which I'm sure everyone knows when they've done something on their own, a DIY project. That's just how it goes. And honestly, I think that's what we enjoy about them. So I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate your patience. Thank you guys so much. Let's wrap this up. once you've got this side, you can go ahead and follow the same steps on the other side as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this install. I'm so excited to show you more about this bilstein suspension. I'm pretty stoked about it. That is in the next video. So if you guys found this install helpful, be sure to comment down below and like the video. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one.